Welcome back, it's me, Lou. I'm here for another action figure unboxing and review. Today from Hasbro in their Marvel Legends line, we are featuring the 20th anniversary Marvel Legends Toad. Alright, so this figure is a little bit older. It came out back in, where's the date? I can't find the date on here. Alright, yeah, but 2022. Yeah, so this figure's about 2 years old. Today is March 22nd, 2024. So this was to coincide with the 20th anniversary of Marvel Legends. You know, if you're old enough to remember when the original line first came out way back in 2002. Back then, Marvel figures were being produced by Toy Biz. The graphic design is a kind of like a callback to the classic Toy Biz figures. But the difference with that is that it was kind of encased in that that giant plastic clamshell, as opposed to just the bubble on the card. And back then you got the free comic book, which this one includes, but it looks like it's like a mini comic, I think, or is that just a graphic? And then I think they're also recreating the entire early waves. I think Toad was one of the original figures. There was the Captain America, I think an Iron Man, and a Magneto. On the back, for 20 years, the Marvel Legends series has brought the iconic characters and storylines of the Marvel Universe to fans worldwide. To celebrate the 2002 Toy Biz debut release, Marvel Legends proudly presents the 20th anniversary series featuring Captain America, Iron Man, Hulk, and Toad. Okay, so I was kind of off. It's kind of neat that Hasbro acknowledges Toy Biz in this. I think that's it's a great service, not only to fans, but also of the industry. It's kind of cool to kind of like, honor, and if it was a competitor. I think Toy Biz is kind of defunct. So let's get started. The figure looks great in the package. Like I said, the graphic design is very inspired by the older Toy Biz graphics. You have the alternate portrait with Toad and his long tongue. You have alternate hands, and he comes with a couple of Toad accessories as well. And instead of getting a comic, you kind of get this display piece. It's kind of like a card back, which has dual function. You can either display it as, the comic book with Toad's early appearance, or if you want, just give him a backdrop to be displayed against. And it's kind of cool. They give you this really nice decorative stand, Marvel Legends, and then you could prop the card either way. If you want it to display the comic book cover, or if you just want, like a generic background, go for it. Or if you want to take it an extra step, maybe create your own graphics, print it on a nice heavy cardstock, and insert it into the base. He comes with these two Toad accessories, which are very cute. And you'll probably end up losing these also. They're very small. These are nice. You can probably mix them into other toy lines as well, since they're so kind of like generic looking. The alternate head features Toad with his crazy tongue. It'd be cool if this was on a bendy wire, but it's not. So, very cool expression, very animated. He comes with extra hand options, which I'll probably swap on. I do like the open palms more so than the fists. Especially with a character like Toad, I kind of figure if he's hopping around, his hands and fingers are going to be extended, much like these. And Toad himself looks incredible. This is a great recreation of which I kind of feel like is the iconic version of Toad. It's not my favorite iteration of the character, But I think this is the one that pops up in like most people's heads. You know, the one that's kind of wearing like the jester-like costume, you know, with the crazy, funny-looking collar and the flayed-out cuffs. Now, the color scheme is also very classic Toad. His face kind of reminds me of Quasimodo, the Disney character, but a much more sinister version of it. Nice belt. Yeah, so overall the designs and details are really, really well done. And like I said, I'm probably going to swap out the hands, which I'm doing now. For me, Toad's a very animated character, and I like the idea of him having open palms, just so you can kind of recreate the poses where he's kind of more like hunched over, like in like a frog-like position. If we could recreate that. Probably not. His head is kind of stiff, the joint. Let me see if I can move this around a little. There we go, got it loosened up. It's on a nice tight ratchet also. Yeah, so I always kind of envision Toad and kind of like that frog pose, but I don't know if I could recreate it. But you know what I'm talking about. You know, if I could get him to bend down further, you know, get his hands on the ground. But he's not as articulated as some of the Spider-Man figures. Interesting way they did the torso also. He has a cut. It's like a diaphragm cut, which allows him to, like, you know, roll around. But he also has, it looks like a crunch. So he does also crunch. But he, more so, I think, arching back. And then there is no waist swivel. And I think that's because he has the diaphragm cut there. So the swivel's at the mid-torso. Overall, it's a fantastic looking figure. The articulation's nice. You know, it's what you come to expect from the Marvel Legends line. Again, this is an older figure. You know, today is March 22nd, 2024. This is something that came out back in 2022. I kind of wish they went with a pinless design on the elbows because the knees are pinless, which is a cleaner look. It would be nice if they gave you articulated toes as well, but that's not the case. It's kind of surprising because I think the original Marvel Legends figures, I think even like the early waves had articulated toes and fingers. And that was like, you know, 20 plus years ago. Yeah, so overall it's a fantastic figure. If you're a fan of the X-Men and you need to build out the Brotherhood of Mutants, he's definitely one of the core members. So let's wrap this one up. Once again, my name is Lou. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you are a returning viewer or subscriber, thank you so much for your continued support. I greatly appreciate it. So until the next video, be safe, take care of yourself, buy lots of toys, and most importantly, be happy. And I'll see you at the next one. All right, later.